Hello.
Hello.
So, we're back. We're doing things. We've now decided this is an entirely new format. All the old news, not real news. Now it's the real news. This is Coffee and Cardboard, and we're starting by reviewing some coffee every week. We did this pretty last minute, so we have Asda's own gold blend with honey. Moz?
Oh yeah,
Tom doesn't drink coffee.
I have some
But I
as
do
well.
drink cardboard.
That's concerning.
Is it on its own, or did you put nice things in it?
I put milk and honey in it.
All right.
Not to be confused with blood and honey, which I think
Probably
is
why
like
it's tolerable.
a lot of metal lyrics.
I think Blood and Honey is a Witcher 3 DLC.
Maybe it's also a song by a band. Anyway, yeah, we're going to do the news. It's going to be like really streamy, but not because the algorithm doesn't like streams at the minute. So let's get into it. We've got 2 new Pirelli cards, and this is after the new cards. So these are the new cards. So,
Can I request that every time you say Pirelli now you roll the R's?
Pirelli.
Thank you.
There we go.
Okay. Moz,
Pirelli Noir.
what commitment?
I know. Rank 2, Dark Fairy, Effect Monster. It's an XE, so nothing relevant there. Attack 1000, Defense 2k. 2 materials required. Once per turn, you can discard 1 card, target 1 card your opponent controls, or up to 2 if this card has Pirelli Sleepy Memory as material, return it to hand. Right, so soft once per turn, you can have multiples of these by the looks of things. Yep. And then the second effect, up to thrice per turn, when you activate a Pirelli's quick play spell, quick effect, attach that card on the field to this card as material, then you can set a Pirelli spell or trap directly from the deck. So pretty busted.
So that column just says Big Zeus.
Yeah, same again. It's a really good toolbox card that Pirelli are getting. Pirelli, sorry. So we have another trap. Let's have a look at that. So a normal trap, Pirelli Shelly, yeah. Target 1 Pirelli monster, Pirelli XYZ you control. Special summon 1 level 1 Pirelli monster from your deck, but its effects are negated, as if that's relevant. And if you do special summon from your extra deck 1 Pirelli monster with the same rank as the targeted monster, but different attribute, by using the summon monster as material, then you can take from your deck 1 name, 1 card with the same name as a Pirelli quick play spell, attached to the targeted monster as material, attach the XYZ monster as material.
I swear you just said a lot more words than are there.
I did.
But okay.
Yeah, so I don't even know what this card does after reading it.
Yeah, I think it'll make a lot more sense in context of the whole core, but honestly, it's an upcoming meta deck. They'll be decent. Side note, the biggest takeaway from this, I think Jerome, our wonderful person who was featured in this video here that Tom's going to link.
No, not you do that stuff.
Okay, that I'm going to link in the comments. He should review how well we roll our R's in Pirelli.
No.
That's Italian,
Yeah.
not French.
Well, it's the closest thing we've got.
It's mainland Europe. It's us and them. Brexit means Brexit.
All right.
Oh, God. Let's not.
All right, Mekanko support.
Mekanko. And we've got 2 new Mekanko cards.
Isn't that stuff you play with as a kid, like the bolts and screws?
That's Meccano, and you've made this joke a lot.
I know.
If it's not Meccano, it's usually Mikado, which are those chocolate sticks.
Are you getting these ones, or?
Tom, feel free.
Beware the temper of Kami, for the Kami might make you disappear. This is testing my eyesight. That's the Japanese one. I can read it in brackets, so it makes more sense.
You can ritual summon this card with Mekanko Kagura. You can only use one of the effects of this card's name once per turn, so hard once per turn on the first effect of this card's name once per turn. Okay, so only on the first. If this card is in your hand or graveyard and you have another Mekanko card in your graveyard, you can target 1 face-up monster on the field, equip it with this card. Once per turn during the end phase, if this card is an equipped monster, you can return this card and the equipped monster to the hand. Okay, I guess it makes sense in Mekanko. Cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, your opponent takes any battle damage you would have taken from battles involving this card.
It doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, I'm not noticing it, but in the wider sense of Mekanko, it might. I don't know enough about Mekanko personally. And then they've got a normal trap card, which is Mekanko Spiriting Away. Shout out Ghibli. That was less cool than I thought. So anyway, you can only use the first and second... I should have made a Dust Sprite joke. First and second effects of this card. Name them once per turn. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Equip that face-up monster with a Mekanko monster. Quick buffer there. You control. Then, if there is a ritual monster card on the field, you can inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each equipped spell you control. I mean, I don't know if that gets up to being significant or not. You can banish this card from your graveyard. Special summon one of your Mekanko monsters that is banished or in your hand. That's good. That feels like
the entire effect is pretty busted because it not only steals one of your opponent's monsters and equips it to one of yours.
I've got it.
Yeah, I knew you were missing it. And then the second effect, it's not restricted to that turn, so you can use both effects in that turn, unlike Big Welcome. So you can banish it and then special summon a Mekanko that's banished in your hand. That's a pretty busted trap, especially if you can search it. You play it as one of. Pretty good spot removal, pretty good trap card, so I quite like that.
Yeah, so, my voice did the voice things, but my brain did not do the brain things.
Yeah, I did it the first time round.
Tom, can you manage this one?
Hiaita.
Never mind, Heater.
Heater the Fire Channeler. Level 5 Fire Spellcaster Effect Monster. Attack 1850, Defense 1500. This card is always treated as a Charmer card. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name each once per turn. So hard turns, hard limit per turns, words and things. You can discard this card and one fire monster. Add one fire monster from your deck to your hand with attack greater than the attack of the other discarded monsters. So you cannot activate monsters' effects for the rest of this turn except fire monsters. Search Kaiju. When a fire monster you control is destroyed by battle while this card is in your hand, you can special summon this card.
Do you know what this actually says? Heater, the Cynet mining of the salad channels. Literally just anything search Gazelle.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's 3 extra copies of Cynet mining from what I can see.
Oh, I quite like it, yeah.
Yeah? Should be decent.
I know Salad is supposed to be getting support as well, so...
Yeah. Ooh.
All right.
The guy.
Go on, you can get it.
So I may have bought an Altergeist core this week.
Yeah.
So, Altergeist, hack the planet. Love the headlines. Back to Hacking 101 with Altergeist. There's a note, miss... Okay, edit.
Well read.
So they're going with an Unchained sort of thing here, where they change the playstyle completely. So
I don't think they are.
well, we'll have to see.
We'll see. It obviously won't be totally traditional, but Altergeist Malwisp. So it's a level 3 light spellcaster tuner effect monster. It's a lot of things. It's got 1500 attack and no defense. And sorry, just had to burp there. Tom, edit that out.
No.
And while you're at it, feel better now. And we should be back. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. If this card is added to your hand except by drawing it, special summon it. So Meluseek is now a 1-card Hexia. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can target one Altergeist monster in your graveyard, except Altergeist Malwisp, special summon it in defense position, but it cannot activate its effects this turn. Ooh.
That's not bad.
That's still like, okay, so like...
Well, no, because you run about it with the Meluseek, so you link into the Linkaribo, you special summon this card from what you've just searched, and then you after this card special summoned, then you revive the Meluseek again, then you make Hextia. Because Hextia requires 2 Altergeists, so...
it needs 2 Altergeists.
So it still is,
It's a 1-card Hexia then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not bad. I quite like that card.
This card is named after malware.
It's really good, actually.
Willow the Wisp.
I could see it as a 1 or a 2 of. You don't want to open multiple copies of these.
It's kind of like Baku in Ninjas or...
With spoofing, you can recur back all your plays.
Yeah.
This special summons multi-faker, so it triggers
with
that
spoofing,
effect.
if you're like, oh no, I've opened it, guess I haven't.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right.
So then, Altergeist...
Perinetrator?
Perinetrator.
Yeah.
Kinky. Anyway, shout out to the proofreader. You can only use the second and third effect of this card's name once per turn. This card can attack directly.
Cool. Whatever.
When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can draw one card. That's a little less whatever with the first now.
It still is pretty whatever.
If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can send one Altergeist card from your hand, deck, or face up on the field to the graveyard, except Perinetrator. I actually think that has some edge cases.
Don't see this being played. Like maybe as a one-off.
Yeah.
But Millicie's the one that puts in the work attacking directly.
I mean, there's a goat card that has this exact same effect. I can't remember which one it is.
I am not sure.
I think it's a warrior.
I'm pretty sure you're thinking the ones that rip out your opponent's hand.
Oh, Vampire Lord.
Like Vampire Lord or like Don Zalug or...
No, I'm sure there's one that says draw when you inflict battle damage.
Oh, there might be actually, yeah.
I don't hate it. I don't necessarily see a build for it.
I just don't see it being played.
I think it'd be the Foolishing, the has application in Geist, but I don't know what it is. Okay, the Link 4. Hopefully it's a good one this time instead of just a bit of an OTK machine. You can only use the... it's Altergeist Adminia. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. If this card is link summoned, you can set one Altergeist trap directly from your deck.
That's pretty spicy.
Pretty nice.
It's nice, but it isn't a negate. It's Extia. It's not Extia. All right.
Once while face up on the field during the main phase, quick effect. You can send one card you control to the graveyard, then target one effect monster your opponent controls, take control of it, and if you do, it's treated as an Altergeist monster.
I like that effect.
Spicy.
It's cool, definitely.
I like that a lot, and it even kind of looks like...
It's not something you're going to go into first, right? Because obviously setting a trap's really nice.
No, it feels breaky.
but a bit board breaky. But with stealing your opponent's stuff as well, especially turn 2 and 3 when they're starting to develop the game, you get an Hextia on top of this, so you could link away your Hextia to get this, and then just for the price of another, one of their monsters, you can just get another Hextia back.
Yeah.
And a new trap, which this is bang out of order. They've got enough.
The card art for this reminds me of Ring of Destruction. A little bit.
It looks a bit Evil Eye as well.
It's
Looks
round
funky.
and it's on fire.
So it's Revitalization. You can only use one of the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn, and only once that turn, target an Altergeist Link monster in your graveyard, special summon it.
Okay.
You can banish this card from your graveyard immediately after this resolves. Normal summon one Altergeist monster. We're getting flu effects there.
To be honest, with the fire one, the fire looking one that I didn't really rate, like you could actually send this card from your deck to your grave by linking it into Linker Evo, and then banish it in order to normal summon Marionette or Millicie's straight from your hand.
Yeah.
So that could be a nice little piece, but it'd just be another trap that you just grab.
Either way, I don't think it's going to make a meta. I do think it's cool.
It's definitely...
It's good that they're getting some love because they've been...
It's definitely going to be
nothing
interesting.
Okay. Oh, this is the big news, I think.
I recall this.
No, this isn't the big news. It's okay. The big news is still coming.
I still recall this.
So, we've got Magician's Bonds and Unity, and is that Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl in an alternate universe?
Yeah, kind of.
Yes and no. I think it's like Magician's Valkyrie and another one.
Okay.
All right.
So, normally I'd let Tom take this, but he's... Can you read?
Yeah.
Okay.
Level 8 light spellcaster, special summon, effect monster. Attack 2500, defense, more of the same. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned by Aidan putting his hand in front of where I'm trying to read.
Turn the light on, we'll edit this out.
Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned by your hand from having 25 or more cards in your graveyard. It gains 2,500 attack and defense while your opponent has 25 or more cards in the graveyard. Basically, it's a fun tech against tier.
And nothing else.
Won't even play against them.
It'd be it might be nice in the OCG where they have grass, but yeah, I don't know what it'll do.
Okay, this is the big news. Phantom Beast and Altergeist reprints. This is not the big news, but it's very big news, Jason. Okay, we're getting all the reprints.
Wait, didn't you just buy an Altergeist core?
Super cheap anyway, because they all just had reprints.
Oh, alright.
They had the maximum gold ones.
Yeah.
And this is in Japan, so these are being reprinted for a reason in a second.
Because we're getting a new Dandelion, baby.
Which is not the big news yet.
I swear we covered this.
He's adorable. We did not. So there's a new Dandelion. It's Dandy White Lion, a remake of the powerful card Dandelion. A card based on Dandelion is in the next set, and it is noted as design work. Designed to work with Slifer. What?
I mean, just go with it.
Trap recursion?
Well, no, if it puts things in your back row as face-up continuous instead of tokens, then that also helps Slifer, because you need cards.
Kind of interesting.
That's what I guess.
Okay. I think the order's a bit weird.
I don't know this one.
We've got a new type. We've got the Illusionist type, which I'm guessing is to
Finally!
spellcaster as to what Cyburst was to machine.
They're about to make a busted type and they can't label it
picture.
underneath, spellcaster.
Have you ever seen those fake cards where they've got like a texture to them? That picture looks like it's one of those kind of cards.
I've actually got a couple of these. I think it's a version of Ultimate Rare. I do actually have a couple, so I could show you at some point. But
Are they just OCG?
yeah, they're just OCG rarity, but it's a type of ulti.
Okay, so name illegible.
All right.
Level 7 Dark Illusionist Effect Monster. Attack 25, Defense 2k, so that is Dark Magician stat line, isn't it?
No, 2-1 defense, Dark Magician.
Yeah.
Monsters cannot be destroyed by battles involving this card. At the end of the damage step, if this card battles an opponent's monster, you can take control of that opponent's monster. Once per turn, at the start of the damage step, if another monster attacks, you can destroy one card on the field. That does a bit.
Yeah, well, to be honest, it's important they are making new types, because not only does it keep it fresh, they're not putting it under Spellcaster, so if they do make something busted under this, it's not generic to what we already have. It's the same situation with Cyburst. You can't make crazy dragon things. They just listed it under Worm when they made True Kings and, True Draco. Like, they've got to do it if they're going to plan on doing something new.
Yeah.
I like the note on that one, like, note due to the foiling, it's literally impossible to read the name.
Yeah. Next subscription promos confirmed, and it is Junk Mail, which is used by Yusei in the anime, Junk, Dragonlet, and
Burgundy the Magic Elf.
Okay, used by Sherry.
Cool.
This means not a lot to me, but we're getting a lot of old unprinted anime cards. Oh, this is big.
Right. I might end up playing this deck for the wrong reasons.
I honestly think this is probably a one-off, but it is a busted one-off.
I'd probably play it at 2 or 3.
Maybe 2. I would not play 3.
But it's really good.
So good. So it's a normal spell card, and it does have a hard once per turn. But you get to add a Dark World monster from your deck to your hand, then discard it.
So, yeah,
So
add Snow, discard Snow, search Genta, discard Genta, search Gates, activate Gates. Then there's just literally hey, have a draw, discard Brow, or just discard Snow for Brow with dangers in hand. So, obviously, there's a lot of more unnecessary deck thinning that this deck is getting when it literally needs the brakes put in on it.
Literally, at this point, I think the only thing keeping it down is FTK shenanigans haven't been really in.
They haven't. People have been so happy with their ability to use Silver instead of going the old Cyberstein route, which, to be honest, is always going to be my favourite. You don't even have to FTK. You can make a crazy board instead of FTKing. Like, you're not limited to it. But
you don't have to FTK. You can make a crazy board of FTKing.
Yeah.
I get what you mean. It's a practical FTK.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
always been a bit fragile, but the thing is with the deck, you go, okay, you disrupted my main plan, I'm just going to make a really strong board.
If it locked you into Dark World cards,
I think it'd make the deck unplayable.
It wouldn't. It would just make people lean more towards Ascension and play it a lot purer.
No dangers, though.
No dangers, but what they've done here is a mistake.
I like that it has a hard once per turn on it.
Oh.
If it didn't, I'd be like, this is mandatory 3-off. I bet you would splash the Dark World engine in every other deck if it wasn't a once per turn.
Possibly, depending.
Just
with,
a deck
with
thing.
the existence of Genta.
Maybe not every other deck, like not ones that lock you to themselves, but like
With the existence of Genta, you could play it in Thunder Dragon with alongside a Laws.
yeah. I think that's going to happen. We need to make sure we have a Thunder Dragon core.
We do.
Sure we do. Think this.
Oh, is it
might
coming
be
out in
part of it.
Nexus? It's coming out in Nexus.
Yep. So
Right.
level 7 Dark Illusionist effect monster.
It's the same one.
It's the same one. It is.
Yeah.
Slight oversight on my half. Okay, in Duelist Genesis.
All right. Yeah. New Synchron support is going to be crazy.
Yeah, you can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. If you have a tuner on your field, which you will do,
Or in the
graveyard, which you will do, add one synchro spell or trap from your deck to your hand. There's a lot. There's desynchro.
So the main ones here, your one is Overtake.
Synchro.
Yeah, well, desynchro can be useful, but you wouldn't actually.
Cardian FTK.
Whatever.
You get your tuner and permed lose.
The only one I'm seeing that I would absolutely be using here is Overtake. It's just more. You're just adding the extender rather than having to hard draw it. You get more access to it. So it's more about the new Synchron tuner that's coming out, Axel, which is going to break the deck, and I'm so glad I didn't sell it.
Yeah.
All right.
That's really cool. We've got the final Gold Pride cards, which so glad I bought a core. I am so glad. I was like, there's something that's going to happen. I'm keeping this core. And you were like, come on.
No, I said it makes sense. I said it,
So, we've got Rollerballer. He's a level 5 Earth Psychic Effect monster. 1800 attack, 1600 defense. If your life points are lower than your opponent's, you can special summon this card from your hand. During the main phase, quick effect, you can fusion summon one Gold Pride fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand as field as material. You can only use each effect of Rollerballer once per turn.
So you won't want multiples of these. You'll ideally search this card during your combo, so it's going to be a
It's going to be
one-off.
part of your end board.
Yeah, it's going to be a one-off, but it's nice.
a nice extender. Anyway.
It is a nice extender.
And would you look at that?
Yeah,
Similar name,
Pinballer.
I also think that this is a secret. We've had that announcement.
Honestly, with Pinballer, I saw a.
Well, let's read the effect first.
Well, I was just going to say something about it. Is like when this actually got announced on a post, the amount of shock faces that were captioned under this fusion exceeded 40 just within the first couple hours. So
yeah, it's pretty good.
I like the artwork. It's got lots of colours into it. It appeals to my inner bird.
Yeah.
if this card is fusion summon, you can equip face-up monsters your opponent controls to it, up to the number of fusion materials used. So
Okay.
happy going second card.
If only we had. Oh no!
Yeah.
Going second card.
Proper interruption.
Yeah. If only we had a card that quick effect fused in your opponent's.
Yeah. You can only use the previous effects of Gold Pride Pinballer once per turn. Also, if your life points are lower than your opponent's, the effects, activation, and effect cannot be negated. So, happy not responding to this card. Once per turn during the end phase, if the previous effect was activated this turn, return this card to the extra deck. So a bit of balance to it. And if you do special summon one Gold Pride Rollerballer from your deck or graveyard, and then it's like, oh, do it again on the crackback. So not so fair.
And this might actually be the best one.
A Chariot Carry.
Oh no, it's not. There's one more.
Yeah. 2 level 3 monsters, somewhat generic. Why? So BA Gold Pride is a thing, I guess.
Yeah.
You can attach one material from this card, add a full combo from spell from your deck to your hand. Then if your life points are lower than your opponent, send one Gold Pride monster from your deck to the graveyard. Once per turn, you can only use the previous effect once per turn. Once per turn during the end phase. If the previous effect was activated, return this card to the extra deck. And if you use for someone Gold Pride Captain Carry from your deck or grave. So this card actually allows this strategy to be put in a load of other decks, which I think is not on But
I think you should shut up. It's fun.
oh, it's fun.
They're
but
all cool and they're all fun and they're all
it's
interactive.
already getting out of hand.
Gold Pride, that came out of nowhere. Special summon one Gold Pride monster from your hand or graveyard. Then your opponent can special summon one monster from their hand or graveyard to the field, but negate its effects. You can only activate one Gold Pride. That came out of nowhere once per turn. I was like, that sucks. And then I was like, but they are negated.
Yeah.
So
It's all right. You're actually decreasing.
okay.
Well, actually, it does also say then your opponent can. So they're not forced to. If they were forced to, then that'd actually be really decent.
really good against hero.
It's just decreasing the hand size as well. So, all right.
Okay, Pedal to the Metal. Target one Gold Pride monster you control until the end of the turn. It gains 500 attack. Broken. It cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Broken. And it cannot activate its effects. What? During the end phase, if a face-up Gold Pride monster you control was destroyed by battle or card effect this turn, you can set this card from your graveyard. You can only use the effects once per turn.
I think that one's pack filler.
Do you know what? Broken.
It's pack filler.
They just had to balance it. It's so strong.
Oh, that's right. Better luck next time. When this card is activated, you can add a Gold Pride monster in your deck to your hand. Full combo. And if you do, lose life points equal to its attack. Have the full combo enabled. If a face-up Gold Pride monster you control that was special summoned from the extra deck returns to the extra deck, you can draw a card. You can only use the effect of Better Luck next time once per turn. You can only activate one of this card once per turn. It is ridiculous. You can search yourself for the new XYZ. BA has now become a fun shout, for God's sake, and PK. Like
Any level 3 strat.
any level 3 strategy can now splash Gold Pride into it. What is that about?
That's great. This is fantastic. It is exactly what the deck needed. It's been unchained from Punk.
Yeah.
Unchained at 3. I'm joking. Gold Pride, it's neck and neck, and you can read it.
Target one Gold Pride monster you control or one Gold Pride card in your graveyard. Return it to the hand. Cool. Recursion. If your opponent controls a monster with higher attack than your life points, you can banish this card and one Gold Pride monster in your graveyard. Special summon other Gold Pride monster from your extra deck that mentions that banished monster's name. You can only use the effect of Gold Pride. It's neck and neck once per turn. So as a one-of, you get the recursion. You can constantly recur this card back. And then on top of that, there's a bonus effect if your opponent dares having anything with attack on the field and do more shenanigans. So honestly, I don't like what they've done with this deck. It is going to be silly.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Again, it's the smoke and mirrors. You just put in another engine in the deck and they think that that's the problem, when really you should be focusing on other things, and then it's actually an engine that is impactful, which hurts even more.
I really like it. It's great. It's exactly.
Oh, I love it. I love it, and I will be playing this. It's just
I'm 100%
I disapprove of the amount of cards they've got and what they do.
I think me and you might end up going halves on this, depending, because it's either play this and jam it full of hand traps and good stuff, or play it with Punk. I have all the Gold Pride, you have all the Punk.
Yeah.
So that works out nicely. We can do a little fusion dance and make a deck. So, Dueling Heroes Quartz Century Rares have been confirmed. It is Dark Magician, Exodia the Forbidden One, Red Eyes Black Dragon, Rainbow Dragon, Cyber Dragon, Elemental Hero Neos, Stardust Dragon, Blackwing Armor Master, Black Rose Dragon, Utopia 39, Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, Enlightenment Paladin, Decode Talker, Firewall Dragon, and Salomon Great Blaze Dragon. I'm just going to get them all.
I'll probably just grab them all, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sad there was no.
I don't know why we've just had, I think,
Dark Magician,
and
yeah.
Red Eyes.
It'll be
Different artworks.
Oh, alt art. Yeah, in which case I'm just get them all.
And yeah, I'm sad there's no. I thought that maybe my Chaos Emperor Dragon Binder might expand by another card,
No.
but I didn't
Kind
expect
of
it to
should
be.
have. They've just like
Yeah, but it wasn't the icon. It
DM
wasn't an
era.
icon.
Where's Goat wasn't iconic.
No, I mean in the anime. Where's CD in the anime?
It's when Kyber goes, I summon CD, get fucked.
Did that ever happen?
It should have.
I don't think it did. Same with Black Luster. Never happened.
Oh, BL. Yeah, BLS was iconic.
The rigid ritual one was
The ritual.
Yeah, the rigid ritual.
Yeah.
Not the envoy. So I'm afraid those cards, the chaos cards.
I also do
getting
not
animated.
understand this, but I really like the Alf Pogs. Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! Organization never change. Brilliant.
All right.
Also, best name ever, cool stuffing. I just like the little Easter eggs. Manadium names have been confirmed. They're in Syak. There's... Why have I picked a bunch of names that I probably can't read?
I'll give it a go.
Primeheart?
I am Heart, Fearless, Meek, Astraloud.
Primeheart.
Yeah,
Imagining.
Yeah.
No, there's no N.
Imaginings.
Well, this is fun.
Obsession, Calarium, Breakheart, and Reframing.
Pretty sure that Manadium will at some point be
Be a
meta.
nice new strategy. Yeah.
It'll be tiered, I
Yeah.
reckon. We've got the Rescue Ace. the
Finally!
last one. It's gonna save it, honest.
Oh, no, this deck is 2 decent speller traps away from being pretty good.
Do you know what else is?
What?
Amazement.
Yeah.
And they still haven't got him.
All right. Well, I think they might have them. So I'm actually well excited for this. Preventer. So level 8 fire machine effect monster. You can only use the first, second, and third effect of this card's name once per turn. You can banish one rescue ace card from your graveyard, special summon this card. Great, we love free stuff that banishes cards from grave. If you control another rescue ace monster, you can target one effect monster your opponent controls, change its face down defense position. It's whatever, it's a nice bit of interruption. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one of your banished rescue ace monsters, accept it, special summon it. You literally just put the card you banished back. So,
Okay.
Hydrant, literally just link Hydrant off for Linkaribo, banish summon that, recur it back.
Emergency.
All right.
You're gonna save it.
You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. Special summon one rescue ace monster from your deck in defense position, then tribute one rescue ace monster from your hand or field. During your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard. Target one rescue ace spell or trap in your graveyard, set it. Absolutely not. It's good.
I'm sorry, buddy, but
It's good, but I'm afraid it's not happening.
no, they're not. They're not getting the love they need.
They need one more trap or something
They need
else.
something actually impactful.
Yeah.
And they just don't have it. They've got a soul charge for 4 back row, and none of it does enough.
Yep.
Okay, we've got edgy. What was it? Edgy.
IP.
Is it edgy IP? Because IP doesn't look edgy.
You're thinking of the other card,
Ah,
but IP is in this, yes.
IP's got a weird hat that I never noticed.
Have you never noticed the weird cat ear things?
The cat mask.
I know she had like cat ears, but it looks like a teddy bear there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway, little opposition, normal trap. You can only activate one card with this card's effect once per turn. Choose 2 unused main monster zones in the same column. Apply this effect. Then your opponent can apply it for themselves. Special summon 1 level 2 or lower monster from your hand or deck to your chosen zone in attack position or in face down defense position. Is this just sprite support?
They're getting banned, so now.
I mean, you're adamant on that, but you
They have to. They have to go. Enough level 2 stuff.
It's frog support.
Yeah, frogs.
Yeah.
Bring back their own. All right.
Yeah, so the way it's pretty cool. I don't fully understand the artwork. Like Hoomst, why level 2? I guess IP is a link to. Nah, whatever.
All right.
Wrong button.
Oh.
Agnimal Candle.
No, it's not. It's in what's its name? It evolves into Arcanine.
Ah, Growler.
Yes.
That is adorable. Everyone. Oh.
Right,
Daniel.
so a Pyro Tuner effect. You can only use the first and second effects to this card once per turn. If this card is added to your hand except by drawing it, special summon it once per chain up to thrice per turn. If a monster is sent to the graveyard, you can increase or reduce this level by 1. It's pack filler.
Unfortunately so. And then we've got Click and Echo.
Oh, I have the
Aw.
other card of this. It's
Yeah.
like a weird effect failure.
It's a level 2. Cannot be used for, as material for a Fusion Synchro or XE summon, so it's Cyburst. Not Cyburst. Link support, so it's Cyburst support. It's not Sea Serpent. You can only use the second effect of this card's name up to twice per turn. If this card on the field, it can't be tributed. Why is that an effect? And okay. If this card is sent to the graveyard as linked material, special summon it to the summoning player's opponent's field in defense position.
Yo. If this card is special summoned by using its second effect, you must keep your hand revealed.
Yeah, so it's just like, show me your hand.
Yeah, you get full player knowledge, so you can choose how you Ash Blossom. It's to be honest, it's the right card to put this effect on because it is not nearly generic enough to be abused. I don't see... This typical effect needs to be an add-on to a card. Yeah, it needs to be an add-on card to an add-on effect to a card that's already used in a combo along the way in order for it to be broken.
Yeah.
But it's the right card to have this effect on, so I don't see it being used too much, but it's a nice effect.
Okay, so we've got Aruka, the Magic Star.
All right, the art's really good.
I do really appreciate the artwork.
Go on, you can have this one.
Can I?
Yeah.
You're so kind. Let's see how many times we can banished state as possible in Japanese. So, Magic Star. Level 4 Wind Beast effect monster. 1500 attack, 400 defend. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. When one monster you control leaves the field by an opponent's card effect and no other cards, you can banish this card from your hand or graveyard. Special summon that monster if it is banished face up in the grave. Special summon that monster if it is banished face up or in the graveyard. Otherwise, special summon this banished card. If this card is special summoned, you can make it gain 1500 attack until the end of the next turn.
Pack filler.
I kept missing the word or. It's like special summon the monster in the banished. Special summon that monster that was banished face up in the graveyard. I was like, what?
It's a weird card.
When one monster you control leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect, no other cards you can.
It already has to be in the hand of grave.
Yeah, I don't see that.
Yeah,
panning
it's
out.
not doing a whole lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh.
This better not be another pot card. All right. It's a monster pot card.
Pod of Greed.
It's a flip as well.
Oh yeah. Flip. Apply these effects in sequence. Obviously, you can only use the effects of this card's name once per turn. Excavate cards from the top of your deck up to the number of cards your opponent controls. Add one of the excavated cards to your hand. Also, send the rest to the graveyard. That would be so busted if it wasn't on a flip. That was a spell.
Hang on.
Nuts.
I'm liking this second effect. Send monsters from your extra deck to the graveyard up to the number of monsters special summon from the extra deck your opponent controls.
Again.
Honestly, I love the idea of Dogmatic or Empty Jar.
Like,
send Garura, send Entis, send Herald, send... It'd be fun.
if it wasn't a flip... It's great how they can be like, I want to write something stupid. I best just put flip at the front and it'll be okay. Wow.
Gotta love it.
Eternal Ice Gray.
Artwork again.
Yeah. Ice. Is it an Ice Jade card?
Well, no.
No. That artwork is pretty banging.
Is this going to be the new 400 quid staple? Oh, wait, the Ice Jade epilogue. Oh, it's part of it, but it's not a card. For probably good reasons.
I think it is a card.
No, it's a card. It's not an Ice Jade card for probably very good reasons. You can activate one card with this name per turn. During the main phase, if opponent's monster you control leaves the field by an opponent's monster effect, except by being destroyed, activate one of these effects. End the main phase, skip the main phase, one of your opponent's next turn. Right. So it's probably a good job this card wasn't named Ice Jade. Otherwise, it'd just be an unnecessary win for them. So yeah,
I am sure there's ways of forcing your opponent to send things.
There probably is, but
I know you can like Durandal in any rank 5
just
strategy.
because this card isn't an Ice Jade card, I don't think it's going to be nearly as impactful as it would have been.
No.
So
that sounds very gimmicky, which is why my brain immediately went to
it's
gimmicks.
the Perolino argument. We can't call this card Terralement something. It's just the way it works.
I agree. It sounds gimmicky, which is exactly why I want to play set.
Exactly. And now we're looking at Aqua Round.
Also, nice color balance. Very pastel.
I love that guy. The the ghosty in the middle.
Is this going to be the new
So
generic
happy.
100 quid staple? Let's have a look. Banish one card from your hand, and if you do during your next standby phase, add up to 2 cards with the banish card's name from your deck to your hand. Pretty pointless. If this card is activated while your opponent controls no cards, you cannot activate cards or effects of cards with the banish card's original name for the rest of the turn. That seems pointless.
It's just a shit machine dupe.
It's terrible.
Hold up. Flu?
No.
I mean, they've just got better cards, but I'm trying to think of anything I could shoehorn it in.
Stop doing that because it's obviously a fun card.
Yeah.
Not meant to be played in anything, so...
I mean, yeah, it's just pack filler.
Yeah, more pack filler.
And
This is the edgy talk.
Yeah, I really like this
man.
card. It is going to be coming out of nowhere if it gets flipped.
continuous trap card. If 10 or more monster cards and or effects have been activated, I've read this very briefly, have been activated this turn, special summon this card as an effect monster. Cyber, start, level 10, 3k, 3k. If this card is also still a trap. If summoned this way, during your end phase, set this card in your spell and trap zone once per turn. When your opponent activates card or effect while this card is in the monster zone, quick effect, you can destroy as many cards they control as possible. Then set this card in your spell or trap zone.
It's lich support. It's a level 10.
Honestly, if the card had an extra clause that limited the amount of responses your opponent could have to this effect, because obviously 10 effects or cards that have been activated, it's quite late into a combo.
Yeah,
So
it
they're gonna
feels
have
like
responses.
Nibiru.
Yeah, but they're going to have
But-
responses up for it.
Yeah,
so
but
if
like-
it had an extra clause on it, it would be pretty good.
I think you should play it in Lich.
I intend to.
It's still okay. I'd side it.
It'd absolutely check a lot of stuff.
You wouldn't want to main deck this
But
card.
no, like,
I wouldn't be
it's
main deck
only
at all,
good if
no.
you don't know.
Um,
But it is kind of just like, activate another thing. I dare you. Oh, that's pretty cool. And we've got Singing Cuckoo. Someone else? We've got a lot of cute things.
yeah, it's a cute week. Yu-Gi-Oh's having a cute week.
All right, so you can only use this card's name effect once per turn. During your main phase, you can activate one of these effects. Destroy this card, then draw one card.
I can do that.
Discard one card, then draw one card, or draw one card during the end phase of this turn. It's okay.
bad.
If it special summoned itself for free.
Yeah,
But otherwise, each your normal. That world?
Castera, maybe. You don't need the normal.
Yeah, but at the same time, Lich.
I
Just any deck that doesn't use a normal, it's just a upstart.
yeah, well then you can't
basically.
use
Yeah.
Extrav, so you'd rather play Extrav over this card because you've got to draw.
Yeah, that's the point. I literally think Dark World because discard one card, draw one card. That's all I can
Yeah.
think.
Maybe.
Oh, he's crying.
It's a bit of a loop for lupine in that sense. It might not get played, but it has an effect that can be used.
But and he's shaking.
It kind of looks like a meme.
Yeah,
Oh, it's not the meme, but you know the one where it's the girl sat on the sofa and there's the men stood behind her? I'm not going to put any more context to that. I might flash it on screen briefly, but for some reason
All right, if you don't want to talk about it, we're going to get a visual of it, I guess.
I mean, we'll
we
see.
can't talk about it, but there's nothing wrong with the visual.
All right.
It's a common meme template.
So either way, it devolved into "Aw, bub," and then whatever degeneracy you're on about.
Dune.
Yeah, and it's the end of Dune, so I think that means we've had all of the Dune announcements, Shooting Quasar Dragons getting a reprint, and a quick recap of everything we've just been through. So,
Yeah.
cool. I think we're now on the OCG metagame report for this week. We're going to try and get into doing this. We're hopefully going to get a little better at it. I'm probably going to find deck lists as well. But, oh boy, have they got a meta. So, 36 Pirelli and 35... Well, that was made up of 35 Pirelli and 1 Adventure Pirelli. This deck's a coming.
I'll probably be playing the adventurer version if I am going to, simply because I don't really want anything losing to a kaiju. So I think it's going to have to be the adventure.
Yeah, it's mainly going to be encores that are going to be hate-sided.
Yeah, I don't mind.
But yeah, it's a very cute equivalent of the I'm something, and I'm something, and I'm common. because it's coming. 18 Kashtira. It's not going away. It's like you've stepped in chewing gum.
11 Adamantipator.
This,
Adamantipator.
yeah, they have Block Dragon. I'm low-key hoping that Adamantipator with the new super heavy stuff might be able to do some things. I'm slowly accumulating a core. But yeah, of Adamantipator, it was 10 Grass, Super Heavy Samurai, Shizu, Veselinth, Adamantipator. Clearly, it's an Adamantipator deck.
That is certainly some cards.
And then one of them was a Grass, Ishizu, Veselinth, Adamantipator. But yeah, literally. 11 Super Heavy Samurais. This, once again, is on the horizon. It's gonna suck. 5 regular Super Heavy Samurais pure, 3 Super Heavy Samurai FTKs and 2 Veselinth Super Heavy Samurais, and 1 Bestial Super Heavy Samurai.
Can you do that again, but this time to the tune of 12 Days of Christmas?
On the
5 Super Heavy Samurais, 3 Super Heavy Samurai FTK, 2 whatever the fuck that word
Veselinth.
is, 1 Bestial Super Heavy Samurai.
And
I
a sad day at the
OCG.
yeah.
There we go.
10 Labyrinth. Yes, finally we're getting some play. Except that there's 4 Ishizu Labyrinth. Don't know what they were doing that day. They must just be.
I like how you opened that still like muscle memory singing off the sentence before.
Yeah.
Labyrinth is seeing some love. We've got 6 of the regulars, 4 of the Ishizu. Maybe look into it. It might have legs.
Maybe.
10 tier. Tyran.
Get off the subject.
Not going anywhere. 4 Ishizu Tailments, 3 Ishizu Kashtira Tailments, which sounds interesting. 2 Ishizu Shadol Tailments, and 1 Ishizu Hero Tailments. I think you should try out the heroes.
And I think you should change the subject. 9 branded, 6 branded, and 3 grass branded. Well, all right.
Yeah.
Branded, 9 Dragon Link, 6 Bestial versions, 3 grass. So we have a common thread here. Grass needs to be banned. 8 Runic.
And it's just Runic.
5
Mathmech, 3 Code Talkers, because it is exactly how it should be played, and 2 Vanilla.
5 Vanquish Soul, and then underneath that, a ton of decks nobody cares about.
The deck is real. I'm getting this. 4 Sister. It's nice to see Blackwing still putting up wins. Scareclaw. We all laughed at them. Now they're very quickly becoming real. 3 Sprite Tri-Brigade. You just can't keep it down. 3 Trap Tricks. 2 Endymion. 2 Hero. 2 Magician. 2 Mathmecha Ignista. PK getting in somewhere noticeable.
Mekanko PK.
Yeah, 1 regular, 1 Mekanko. 2 Rika, 1 Sun Avalon Rika. I expected this to be higher. 2 Telonite, they're coming back. 10 Ye Sword Soul, we know. Tri-Brigade Lyralist, that is really nice to see in there. 1 ABC, 1 Adventure Plunder Patrol.
Oh, maybe it was the pilot.
Rep. Yeah, probably.
One pure Bestial. All right.
That's adventurous.
I like to
One
think that's the
dinosaur.
entire deck. It's just
One dinosaur.
Look at that, they can still top when they have more than
No,
one.
I think when he says 1 dinosaur, it was a deck list that included a singular Pancratops.
Kashtira Evil Eye. Kashtira Super Heavy Samurai Draco Slayer. That's nuts. Marincess. Salomon Grey. Scareclaw Manadium. And Valence.
I want to get the Valence deck.
Isn't that the weird pen deck?
Yeah.
Yeah. So either way, they have got a diverse ass meta. I like how 25%, which is higher than the Pirelli, just says other. There's just some stuff. So, but yeah, that's their metagame report. I'll try and look at getting some deck lists up and whatnot. I need to actually start going through Road of the King a little bit more, understanding this more. This content should get better as we get better.
Don't count on it.
Probably don't. It's still just going to be a glorified shit post, as all of our content is. And then we're back to the start. So, wow, that's been coffee and cardboard for this week, and my god, that was a lot of talking. Any closing notes, anyone? How was the coffee?
Get better coffee.
You like that coffee, you have that all the time. So yeah, Asda's own Gold Blend is a staple. It's not good, but it's not bad either. It doesn't taste like actual...
It's the effect veiler of coffee.
Kind of.
Yeah,
It
just
is.
buy impermanent. It's better.
I'd say it's more the impermanent coffee then. You use it all the time, but you just kind of get used to it.
All right.
We are going to get better coffees in as well, and I'm actually going to be like, it's these ones, cool, and we'll have a nice little gimmick, a reason for people to watch.
Costa, Sponos.
Can it be Nero instead?
No, can it be
I don't really care if
Starbucks?
it's
They
near
have a
or
lot
far
of
out.
money.
What?
Can we have Starbucks? Don't pay the taxes. We've got loads of money.
Allegedly.
Edit that out.
Okay, so that's been us. We've been us, you've been you. Like, comment, subscribe, tell your friend. My shoulder's in the way, but even Tom's on brand.
Hello.
Look at that, even Tom's on brand, and you're on brand as well. We're all on brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you are going to nationals, I'm pretty sure we'll all be there. So if by
Yeah,
some
they're not going to
miracle,
forget me this time.
yeah, if by some miracle you've heard of us, come and say hi and like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, hit the bell icon, do all that good stuff.
We didn't forget him. We just
That's
don't like
the
him.
end of this video.
In a bit.
Namaste, fuckers. We'll see you next time.